Okay. So right now, let me do, because again, just to try to balance some things out, let me go give a rundown of the things that I'm not liking in regard to Sony. But let me give a preface because because I'm doing a lot of things off the top of my head, but I'm just trying to fill the gaps, fill the the void, and have a discussion. Right now, it's just with myself, based on things that I'm hearing and seeing. So I'm gonna start actually. It's gonna be a little blended, a little bit as far as like things that are kind of more general, and then specifically things that I don't like in regard to what I'm hearing for for Sony, the new system coming out. And I guess I'll also talk about anything that I didn't like in previous times. Since for Microsoft, I went through like the whole gamut of my first Xbox all the way to the current. So with Sony, as I mentioned before, started with the PS2, and I got it late, so I got a good deal, a lot of used games. It was my first time getting CDs for games. I was cartridge before, so that was really cool, and so I was able to, they were so much cheaper, and just had a lot of fun. Um, so no qualms with PS2 for sure. Those were good times. Uh, Moving on, yeah, it took me a minute to get used to the controller because I was used to, prior to that, I had a Nintendo 64, so total different control. um, yeah, positioning myself and becoming acclimated with the PlayStation controller was an adjustment. And then, but man, some of my favorite games were NBA Street Volume 2, NFL Street, uh, just a ton of games I can't remember, but those games just stuck out to me because those are the type of games I would like to play again, and I wish they were revisit or something. Besides NFL Street and NBA Street, also Def Jam Fight Night with the rappers, those kind of wrestling games, fighting games. Those were a lot of fun. Resistance actually on the PS3, I think. I think Resistance on the PS3. I I like that game, and I think I would have liked to have seen more of that. I don't even think I even beat that game, but I might have to do something with that. Again, too many games, and it's just like there's only so much time in a day. So anyway, um, oh, what else? I I didn't like the move stuff that they did when they tried to compete with the Wii. I didn't like that Sony did. Um, I didn't like that they took away backwards compatibility on the PS3. But in watching Mystic's documentary on the PS3, come to find out that they were not doing that to be mean to the consumer. There was an issue with a patent or something tied up in court with a company or whatever that caused them to have to remove it, even though they had promised and said this is what they were going to provide. But legal reasons was there were legal reasons and some things that happened that caused them to have to remove that. So that was an issue. And I'm gonna have to watch the video that talks about why backwards compatibility emulation for the PS3 is so hard. And it might have to do with the dedicated technology that was wrapped up in the PS3. But, again, that's just my speculation. Somebody did a video on it. I'm going to check it out and I'll talk about it later. So, what else that I did not like? I, I, I don't like the controllers costing so much. I don't like the controllers cost so much, and that's with either system. But I don't like paying $60 for a new controller. That's crazy. Which I don't like. I think I get them on sale. A new one probably run you like $40, so something like that. Anyway, I did try to fix one of my controllers. Um, Sad thing is, my favorite controller and the analog stick was always going up. Not like physically, but like even if you don't touch it, um, it would just move forward or something. And so I jumped on YouTube, saw a video how to fix your controller, took it apart, cleaned it, put it back together, and now my D-pad don't work. I'm like, for real? And this is my favorite one. So it hasn't been working for a while, so I'm gonna have to revisit and try to figure out how to make the D-pad work. I did check out a video on it, but really didn't say too much. I'm gonna try the pencil option. They were like, right, use a pencil. But yeah, but well, I believe this is working now without issue. Um, Let me see. Yeah, so that's working without issue. It's not like it's not gonna move on me, you know. So, but that D-pad, that part is not working. So I'll deal with that later. So yeah, don't like that kind of stuff. Even though I know that's not a Sony only issue. That's a gaming issue. Um, so yeah, switch controllers. Um, what else I don't like about Sony PlayStation? Uh, I mean, I would like to see a better interface. It's not a make it or break it for me, but I would like to see a better interface. The trophy system could definitely be tweaked more than what they just recently did. Um, what else? Um, hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, basically, you know, for the most part, I'm kind of okay with it. Like, I'm sure I could probably nitpick on some things that maybe would come up later, but as far as like off the top of my head, there's just not a lot like that's like a make it or break it type of thing or something that I'm really bothered by. Obviously, I play it. I play it a lot and I enjoy it. I feel bad I don't play the Switch that much. I got to get back to that. But yeah, so anyway, I'm not gonna worry trying to bash my brain trying to figure out what I don't like about the Sony PlayStation when obviously I like it enough to have bought the 2, the 3, and the 4, and now even the 5. So so yeah. Um, but oh, excuse me. I definitely I'm gonna say this in regard to the new system, and yeah, because I didn't get to the new stuff, PS5. Um, I hope that soon after launch that there'll be the casings available to change the color of your PS3. Obviously, they've made it to do just that. So I'm hoping that happens because I'd like to be able to switch it up and customize it. I don't like that we can't use our old controllers on the new system. I don't like that we don't have the backwards compatibility because it would be nice to be able to, like Xbox has, go all the way back to at least PS2. I don't have a PS1, but to put my PS2 and 3 games and just throw them in there and be like, wow, look, they look better and let me check it out or whatever. Even though, again, I'm probably not going to be doing that. Even if I could do that, I'd do it just for the fact that I could, but most of my time would be on the new games as far as playing the games. But I would definitely throw in Def Jam Fight Night and NFL Street. Those are two games that I really miss. Heavenly Sword, definitely, I probably throw that in there, definitely, because, just to see that again. Um, Yeah, I mean, there's some other games. I'm sure I have so many PS2 games I probably don't even know they're in a box somewhere. So, but yeah, that backwards compatibility, even though it's not a make it or break it for me, it would definitely be nice to have, and I don't like that they're not doing that. Um, um, what else? Um, I don't know. I don't know. Um, on the new system, you know, right now there's just not enough known. Oh, and that's another thing. So a lot of people are bothered by the fact that Sony's not very forthcoming with a lot of information. I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. Um, I think in this day and age where we're so quick to know everything before something happens or before it comes out, I mean, for all the people who are into Marvel movies, my gosh, you can find out almost everything on YouTube before anything comes out. So it's like, at some point, it's like, as much as I'm okay with things being spoiled a little bit, sometimes it's okay not to know. Sometimes it's okay to just kind of go in and get like, just kind of find out, once you have it in your hands and once you're experiencing it. So that part of it actually allows me to be excited because again, like I was saying, with all the negative stuff with the fanboy stuff, it has taken my excitement up and down, up and down. Also, yeah, and with the new gen stuff, the TV issue, so I'm hearing now that I got a nice TV, 55 inch, 120 hertz, 4K, of course, all that. But I'm hearing that if your TV doesn't have the 2.0 HDMI, you won't see the 120 frames per second in 4K. And I heard that prior to getting this TV, but I went with this because it was so reasonably priced, like dirt cheap. And I got it from Costco so that when the prices do drop for the holiday and there's something else, I could just return it, get the difference, or get whatever better that I want. Because honestly, what I wanted to get was the Hisense HG9, 55 inch, but that one was gonna sit me back like 650 or something like that, and I'm like, man, I ain't trying to do that. So when I'm already getting all this other stuff, um, so I guess we'll have to see because if I have to, if that's the case, then maybe I'll just wait till next year. Because next year, that HG9 will be a lot less. And the market will have more options for the HDMI 2.0 and stuff like that. So not so much a loss, just, I would like to see on day one the 120 frames per second and that kind of thing. Even though I'll get the 120 hertz, um, that's just the refresh rate. From what I'm hearing, I won't, without the HDMI 2.0, you won't get, or is it 2.1? 2.1. You won't get to see the, um, what the systems can really do. So, but the good thing is, a lot of those games outside of, Spider-Man, that I'd be excited for, and maybe some of the other maybe even the sports games. I'm not sure, but for the most part, it's gonna be a while. I'm gonna have this system for a while, so chances are I'll upgrade later. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these other TVs. This is getting too much. So, but yeah. So that's another factor, another thing. Um, so yeah. So I'm hearing that you won't even get a chance to really get the most out of your system if you don't have HDMI 2.1, which in most cases you're going to be spending a lot of money to have those kind of TVs. So it's okay. We'll still be waiting. We've got to wait for the system to come out, then we got to wait for technology. And then also in regard to the higher, faster higher price and faster external hard drives to upgrade our storage capacity, which is another quote unquote negative. I would like to have a 2 terabyte hard drive. I got a 2 terabyte hard drive over there, another 2 terabyte hard drive over here. So, and they're a lot cheaper than the ones that are coming out, which is okay. That just means we'll have to wait. I do appreciate the fact that it's not proprietary, so therefore more third-party options. They'll just have to be approved with the specs for the PS5, no problem. Um, let's see. So that being said, I have to say that for me personally, the games I'm most excited to play on the new PS5 will be definitely Miles Morales. Um, I'm not sure I can say I'm excited about the new Assassin's Creed, even though I am getting it. Only reason I'm saying I'm not that excited about it is because uh, the time frame. All the Assassin's Creeds have been time periods, and this particular time period doesn't necessarily excite me. I really preferred Origins, and then the Black Flag, where they were freeing the slaves. Like that, just whew, man. If I could just get a game just like for that. Um, but I'm not. I got mixed feelings about NBA 2K1 because of the whole shot stick stuff and all that. Um, what other game besides Miles Morales? Because I'm not. I don't understand how people keep saying the Demon Souls look so amazing. It doesn't to me. It doesn't. Like, the gameplay is not impressive to me. There are some games that I am interested in that are coming, but not a lot of the ones that I saw. Um, Phoenix, what was it? Phoenix Rising or something? Yeah, Phoenix Rising. Even though that looks good, and I would like to play that, I'm not going to spend the money for that. I'll wait forever on that, maybe. Maybe when it's free. um, let's see. Um, yeah, there was a game where this guy turns into, and this coming out later, I guess. I really don't know the name of it, but it has like a monkey face or something. But this guy, I think he's a monkey character. Yeah, he's something like a monkey, but he does martial arts, and it's in the Asian culture, and he can turn into an insect, and then he can, I think he can change forms or something in shapes. But that game looks good. Now that I'm excited about, even though it's not on the horizon. Of course, the Harry Potter game. That one I'm excited about, but that's next year. Um, yeah, so coming up on a 20-minute mark, so I guess I have to go ahead and cut this. Again, let me know. I might, considering I'm doing this kind of late, I might just give a break. Um, I'm definitely interested in playing the new Avengers game on the PS5 because I hate the load times on the PS4. Hate it. And of course, the Avengers game is getting bashed so much, but it's even with all the issues that it's having and that it has, it's still fun to play. And there's a lot of DLC content coming that's all free. They're steady patching and doing updates on it, so still a good game. And again, honestly, I there was a lot to overcome for the new Avengers game. There was a lot they had to do and overcome in making that game. And the reality is, somebody had to try it first. Somebody had to do it and attempt it. And I can only imagine that this attempt should help them with whatever they want to do in the future. I'm also excited about the new Spider-Man game and the fact that they're going to be releasing another Spider-Man game in that lineup after Miles Morales. So that's exciting. Again, the more Marvel games, more excitement. The Harry Potter game, more excitement. The fact that Sony PlayStation does have cinematic movie type games, that kind of stuff I really appreciate and like. I like looking forward to the Ratchet and Clank game. I like the fact that Uncharted. Like I like the story. I like the storyline, and I like story. I like being able to play a movie, you know. And honestly, I'm gonna get back into like Beyond Two Souls and the Detroit type games or whatever. Some of them better than others. I think I really like Beyond Two Souls. So I know I didn't finish it. So I'm gonna get back to that. Just some other titles where there it's not always first person shooter and dark, because a lot of the games just seem to be first person shooter and or dark, especially on the Microsoft side of things. But but I get it. There's a demand for it, so they got to give the people what they want. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's coming that's new. And man, we getting under the month time frame for it. As much as I don't want to rush time, time is on a rocket ship and it's flying. So before you know it, we will be in a new year, and before you know it, we'll have these new systems in our hand, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I do want to say I am hoping and praying for these systems to be problem free. Both the Xbox Series X and the PS5, I do want them to be problem free. All the stuff that was talking about things being overheating, those were false. So that's a good thing as well. Uh, yeah, I am glad to hear good things about the systems that people were concerned about. Even though the whole issue of us not getting the 120 frames per second 4K, we'll see without the 2.1 HDMI. But again, hopefully, it just, like Drake say, I'm hoping that it feels good. But anyway, and I'm hoping that it looks good. So, anyway, I will see y'all on the next video. I'm gonna probably get back to some things and tweak some things so I can come with some content that y'all want to hear. But again, hit me up, talk to me. What you got to say?